I don't want your love. Don't come to me now.
Hey guys, it's Christine. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, and if you're not new, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you what's on my iPhone 11. Recently I've been watching a lot of these videos because I have so much time in my hands, and I'm also looking for some new apps to download. So if you're curious to see what's on my phone, then just keep on watching.
Yeah.
I have the red iPhone 11, 128 gigabytes. The case that I have on it just came free when I got it from Verizon. I'm gonna go ahead and screen record so that you guys can see it up on the screen here. My iPhone background is just this white aesthetic looking shadow that I pulled from Pinterest. I just like the clean minimalist look of it. My home screen background is also just this white clean look. It makes me feel more organized when I have a clean background. I just have the normal apps, messages, calendar. I have my photos and my camera. For the next row, I have Apple Wallet, which I use pretty frequently, especially when I forget my credit card. It's nice to have it in here. Then I have reminders and notes. I use the notes app pretty frequently just to save random passwords or grocery lists, to-do lists, things like that. Next I have Apple Maps, and I am a diehard Apple Maps fan. People judge me for not using Google Maps, but I just really like the interface a lot more. Moving on to the third row, we have my clock app, and I have a ton of alarms, and they're pretty much like 5 minutes apart, and that's how you wake me up in the mornings. I'm not gonna go through some of the other ones because they're pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, my mail, almost 7,000 unread emails. So in my news folder, I just have New York Times, the Apple News, and Wall Street Journal. Moving on to the next page, I sorted them into folders, and if you want to see how or why I did this, you can watch my decluttering iPhone video. At the top, I just have YouTube and Pinterest. I really like Pinterest for like fashion and food, and also some apartment ideas. I have Snapchat, which I don't really use as much anymore. I noticed that on the iPhone 11, the Snapchat picture quality isn't that good. I don't know if it's just my phone or if anyone else has that issue. Then I have WeChat, so I can talk to my family members. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but like, I can never really read any of this. Then I have Facebook and Messenger, which I use Messenger a lot more than I use Facebook. I am pretty old school. I know a lot of people don't use Messenger anymore. I just like to see when they were most recently active. Then I have GroupMe, which I never use, but I used this a lot back in college. Then I have my LinkedIn profile. Always gotta be networking. I like to read the daily rundown news. They've recently reformatted it, and I don't like it as much as the old version. And then I have Instagram, which is definitely my most used app. Yeah, I haven't really made a YouTube Instagram yet, but I'm debating if I should. And then I have Tumblr, which I probably have not opened this app in like 6 years. Then I have my editing folder, so this really relates to YouTube. I have YouTube Studio, which is really good if you have a YouTube channel. It lets you see all of your analytics and also your most recent comments so that you can respond to people straight from the app. The only thing I don't like about this app is that I can't tap on the individual accounts. So if someone comments on my channel and wants me to check out their channel, I can't like go straight to their channel. I have to remember their username and type it into YouTube, which is kind of a hassle. Then I have Fonto, which is what I use to make all of my thumbnails. Then I have Villo, which is a video editing app, which is pretty cool. I don't remember if I've ever used this, but you can see that they have different fonts and like animations. So before I was editing on Final Cut, I would learn how to make edits on iPhone apps. Then I have Eraser, which is super helpful if you're trying to get rid of the background on a photo. Pick an image, for example, and then press erase and do target color. and tap on the green and it'll just make it completely go away. Then I have Mega Photo, which I think I had used.
Oh, hello.
I had used for my intro when I made it. I used 305, which will make a wavy text. Then I found a much simpler way to do it, which is using Video Star, and I teach you all about how to create wavy text on an intro in my how to make an aesthetic YouTube intro video. So I'll link that below if you want to know how to do wavy text. Then I downloaded Glitch Video. You can take a green screen and make it, you know, glitch. So that's a cool app to do that for free. Then I have Pic Collage, which I use to make some of my thumbnails, like my healthy recipes one. On the next page, I just have iMovie, Photoshop Mix, which is really cool. I think I was playing around with this the other day, where you can get 2 layers, so you can have like 2 items, I guess, merged in the same image. And then I have Made, which is an app where you can like make cooler Instagram stories, but I haven't actually used this one yet.
I feel like the lighting is going down, which is going to be a problem.
Then I have my music folder, and I have SoundCloud, regular like iTunes, and Shazam. And Shazam is amazing. If you're in like a restaurant, hear something that they're playing and you don't know what it is, just tap Shazam and it'll figure it out for you in like 10 seconds. Then I have a travel folder, Hopper, which is really cool because it helps you find the cheapest flights. And then I have Uber and Lyft. Tripcase is really good if you want to see if there's any like last minute gate changes thing. You just put in your flight and it'll track that for you. And then in my fitness folder, I have my Fitness Pal, which I used to use when I was really trying to lose weight. I could track my meals, weight, and exercise. Then I have 7, which will give you kind of like a bunch of different workout ideas, like short workout ideas. Next, I have ClassPass, and I am so sad that I haven't used this app in a long time because a lot of studios are closed. But if you don't have ClassPass, basically it's like a subscription service where you get credits every month, and you can use those credits towards different studios and gyms that they have in their network. So I use this a lot in New York City when I want to try out different types of workouts. If you live in New York City, some studios that I recommend checking out once they're back up are Avia, P-Volve, and Fit House. Those are probably my favorites. Then I have Flow, which is a period tracker. Then I have the Health app, which I really just use to track my steps. Then I have my work folder where we have Slack Access, which I don't really know what it does, but they told us to download it in orientation, so I did. Oak to Verify, it gives you double security when I want to log into my computer. And then I have my work app. It's nice to be able to check email on your phone. Then I have my food folder. I have Yelp. When I was living in the city, I would literally Yelp every single restaurant that I was going to. I could see photos of the actual foods I was gonna eat. So let me know if anyone else does that. Do you like look at the menu and look at the food before you order it? I think it's a smart thing to do. Amazon Go is really cool because you can just scan it, go in, grab what you want, and walk right out without actually interacting with the cashier. Then I have my Starbucks app where I just load all my gift cards in there. I have Ritual, which I sometimes use at work to order lunch. And then I have Postmates, which is amazing because if I'm feeling lazy, I can just go on and order takeout straight to my apartment. My next folder is called Finance, and I just have a bunch of bank accounts, savings accounts. It's all my adult apps. Moving on to the next page, I have my photo folder where I have Beauty Plus, which I don't remember what this app does, honestly. I think I saw someone else recommend it in a video, so I downloaded it. Let's see what's inside.
Oh, do I have to pay for this?
No.
Oh, I think I look a lot better in this.
This is actually so nice. I feel like I look better in this camera than I do in my normal camera. I don't know how it does that. I'm gonna save that. Ah, there's like a blur effect. So you can get portrait mode without even having the iPhone, so that's pretty cool. If you don't have an iPhone 10 or higher and you want portrait mode, then you can use this app. So, tips. Then I have You Like, makes you look good, and then has this pose feature. No, that's too cutesy for me. There we go. Just different ideas to test out. Then I have Fuji Cam, which this was really popular like maybe 2 years ago, but it gives you like that Polaroid camera effect. Take a picture. You go to lab, kind of turns it into like a more vintagey look. You can also add like the little light flecks. Like this. It's my boyfriend. But it'll add like orange thingies to it to make it look really cool. Then I have Plan, which I haven't really used yet, but you can basically use it to organize your Instagram grid. I also have Lightroom, which has become my main photo editing app. I love Lightroom so much. You can see here my sweet potatoes that I edited. Then I have Facetune, which is really good if you want to make your backgrounds more white. Then I have PixArt, which I've been using a lot more recently to create my thumbnails. So for example, the stars in this thumbnail were created using PixArt. If I want to do like the outlines, I also use PixArt. And then I have Visco, which I don't really use anymore, but I used to a lot. Then I have my random folder, which is pretty much what it sounds like, random apps. I have an app where I try to learn French, Mario Kart, the Apple Books app, which I don't really use. I have Goodreads because I've been reading a lot more during this quarantine. Right now I'm reading The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. It's pretty good so far, so if you haven't read it yet, I highly recommend. Then I have Feedly, which is just like my news source. I usually put in a bunch of credit cards and small business related news because that pertains to my job. Then I have Groupon, which is amazing if you live in any city really and you want to get like your nails done or get a massage or go to a painting class. Groupon usually has the best deals on there. Then I have Amazon Alexa, which I don't really use the app, but I use my Alexa a lot. Then I have this
Mental math app.
which sounds really nerdy, but it's actually really fun if you're just trying to kill some time. Then I have AXS, which I think is just like Ticketmaster. Same thing with Fever and Game Time. It's really just to get tickets to concerts, sporting games around the city. Then I have my shopping folder, Target, H&M, Amazon, which I
love.
Yes Style, ASOS. If you haven't ever shopped there before, their like shipping and return policy is amazing. And then I have my Sephora app. Next I have utilities, kind of like the standard package. I have Find My Friends, and it's really just like
Find my boyfriend.
Then I have Google Maps, which you can see I've offloaded because I don't really use it. The only time I use it is when I want to drop pins to save like restaurants or museums recommended to me. And then I have a scanner app, which is really helpful if you need to like scan receipts. And my last folder is called Productive, and I just have Gmail, Google Drive, and Files. Finally, on the bottom row are probably my most used apps. The phone app. Then I have Netflix, and right now I'm currently rewatching all of the Vampire Diaries because they actually filmed it in Atlanta near Emory, so I recognize a lot of like the backgrounds and stuff. I was trying to get into watching the 4th season of 13 Reasons Why, but it just wasn't as good as the other seasons. I tried getting into some K-drama. And then I have Black Mirror. The most recent episode I watched was The Black Museum, which is probably one of my favorite episodes. Then I have Safari, and lastly Spotify. I love making playlists. I have some Love on there, some Lord, Mac Miller, Fiji Blue. It gives you a sense of like the type of music that I like. And that's it. I hope it was interesting and you guys found a couple new apps that you want to try. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess that's it. See you guys next time. Bye.
I don't want your love. Don't come to me now. I don't want your love.